Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to play the final episode of Life is Strange. This fifth episode, I don't think I'm ready for it. If you remember on last episode, we've tracked down the dark room. We went there, find it, discovered a ton of stuff. Discovered that Victoria was going to be next. We warned her, she believed us. Everything good. Until the moment we left the party. Then we got a message supposedly from Nathan saying that there would be no evidences after he's done. And guess what? We went to the junkyard and Mr. Jefferson just jumped us, killed Chloe, and we basically got kidnapped. But you know what? Enough of this. Let's finish season 1. Let's continue.
Previously on Life is Strange.
Whoa. What did you find?
Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it.
We can't trust anybody, except each other.
You know more about her than me.
No, you and Chloe think you know more than anybody, like all teenagers.
Oh, look. The Wonder Twins.
What are you doing in my dorm? You are so fucking dead!
Nathan is truly psychotic. I know he has something to do with Rachel missing.
Kate wasn't the first. All those binders are filled with other victims.
What are you doing here, Max?
Victoria has to be next.
What a lame gimmick.
Rachel, why is he putting her in the ground like that? Where?
The junkyard! Max, we have to find that spot now!
Ah! Rachel, what? I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm so sorry. I know you're close to Nathan, but your life is in serious danger.
Nathan just texted me. He says there won't be any evidence left after he's done. Oh god, Max, look. She's still there.
Oh, no. Chloe. Look how. What the fuck?
I'm not ready for this, guys. Life is Strange is a story-based game that features player's choice. The consequences of all your in-game actions and decisions will impact the past, present, and future. Choose wisely. I'm not ready for this kind of stuff. I'm not. And this is only season 1. We have season 2. And I've heard about the season 3 going to be presented at E3. Don't know if that's true or not. We have to wait, but I'm not feeling good about this. Square Enix, registered, trademarked. Not entertainment. Life is Strange, episode 5, Polarized. Oh, this intro kit gets me chills. I know Max is alive, just drugged. At least that.
Chloe? What? Where? It's a dark room.
Is anybody out there? Please help!
Hey, come on. Detach. Nope.
Help!
Stuck.
Somebody help me!
Good. We have a free
Finally, I'm free. Almost. I hate looking at myself like that. You'll pay for this, Jefferson. God, I don't remember anything that happened. This must be the same drug Nathan used on Kate.
We sort of have this. And when I say sort of, we don't have journal entries.
I
Let's
promised I would
focus.
never go back in time like this again. But this is the only way.
Oh.
Oh, that's great. Oh, Max.
You'll pay for this, Jefferson.
This angle highlights your purity, see? The slightly unconscious model is often the most open and honest. No vanity or posing, just pure expression. Oh, Christ. Look at that perfect face. Hold that stare there! Stay still! Oh, Max! You fucked up my shot! But please don't worry. We have all the time in the world. For now, I knew you were special the second I saw your first selfie. Yes, I still hate that word. But I love the purity of your own image. Not like Rachel, who was always looking in the wrong places. Poor Rachel. Wait. Let me try this angle. Don't move! Much better. Thanks, Max. If only Nathan could see this setup. He tried so hard. But you can't just throw a few subjects around and expect a cohesive style or theme. But he had an eye for shadows, and an eye for a whole lot more, as his elite family will find out, along with Arcadia Bay. Nice. Good. Oh, those eyes. It's just too bad you're so goddamn nosy, Max. But this room is under 24/7 surveillance, so all I had to do was text you from Nathan's phone. And you fell right into my hands. You really should have focused on schoolwork, not private detecting with your little friend.
Chloe.
Chloe. Right. Yeah, I'm sorry that that Nathan killed her in self-defense. But she had a troubled history like most Arcadia Bay dropouts. Nobody will be surprised. Or care. Though I promise, people will care when you die tonight, Max. I wasn't lying when I said you have a gift. Okay. Now this looks good. Maybe a few more close-ups. Max, please do not move so much. I need you posed and framed my way. Maybe a new dose will calm you down.
No.
Now don't move or this will hurt much. Stupid bitch! You just don't listen, do you? In fact, you never did hear much in my class. If you had, you might have seen all this coming. God damn, you are a fighter.
Probably.
I've had my eye on you, and I've noticed that you've been more fearless this week than maybe your whole life.
No.
Remember my #1 rule. Always take the shot.
And we are going to be back to the present. Or not?
Oh, Jesus. I can't believe that happened. So sick.
What?
Victoria. Hey, Victoria. It's Max. Can you hear me? Max. Oh, God. Where are we? Oh, what's happening? You've been drugged like Kate. And me. Do you remember how you got here? No, I don't know. Wait, you warned me. You warned me about Nathan. Then I went to Jefferson for help and he was acting so weird. That's the last thing I remember. And I can't move my hands. Help me, Max. Please, I'm sorry for everything. Listen carefully. Mark Jefferson kidnapped us. He's using Nathan as well. Jefferson is very dangerous, so we have to get out of here before he comes back. Max, I just can't believe this is real. I don't want to die like this. I'm only 18. Victoria, please listen. I have a plan. Really? How? Max, I'm so scared. So am I. But we don't have time to be scared. We have to fight back. Now. Max, I can't even move my arms. How are we supposed to fight? I'm not going to let that asshole get away with this. I need you to be strong. I can't do this alone. We need to act while we're clear-headed. If he doses us again, we'll forget everything. I'm not strong, Max. Look at me. Look what I did to Kate Marsh. Now she's in the hospital, and I'm here. We're both here, okay? I just can't believe this is happening. That Jefferson would do this to me. To us. Victoria, we will find a way to escape. I promise. Max, I believe you. I'd really like to smash that fancy camera into Jefferson's face. Whoa. I'm definitely more awake in this photo. I could try this one.
But let me
Wait.
look at the rest.
Jefferson couldn't handle stains on his photos.
This can't be real.
Good.
I want to wake up.
Now I need you to help me, okay? This might work. Please work.
I'm getting some spectacular images here, Max. Yes, Victoria would kill to be in your place, but she doesn't understand our connection.
We don't have a connection.
You're
S.
the winner, Max. I choose you. Your portrait.
Fuck you.
You're trying too hard. I know you're scared. You all have the same doe-eyed look when you wake up here. Replaced by fear as you realize what's about to happen.
Mr. Jefferson, why are you doing this?
Oh, Max. I'm so glad you asked that question. Simply put, I'm obsessed with the idea of capturing that moment innocence evolves into corruption. That shift from black to white to gray and beyond. Most models are cynical. They lose that naivete. However, some Blackwell students carry their hope and optimism with them like an aura. And those lucky few become my models. My subjects.
Yes. You're a psychopath. And this is your last session.
Au contraire, Max. I'm so sane that nobody knows what's happening to you right now. As you can see, Sleeping Beauty here is too harsh for my gentle lens. And don't get me started on your late partner. I had enough of those faux punk sluts in my Seattle days.
Go to hell. You will for everybody you've hurt.
Unlike pure sweet Kate Marsh, I don't believe in that bullshit. She could have been my masterpiece. The world is what an artist makes it. And my muse...
Kate believed, and she survived. You failed to break her. She's stronger than ever, and she'll outlive you.
She'll certainly outlive you. Who knows? Maybe I'll pay Kate a visit soon and test her faith again.
You will not get away with this. I want you to know that.
Then why did you blame David Madsen for stalking Kate? Of course he was the only person who was about to find out the truth. Irony. I do know that the Prescotts are going to have a major scandal when the town finds out what their elite son has been doing for homework.
He's as sick as you.
Don't judge people, Max. But that's why Nathan never should have been at Blackwell.
That makes two of you.
I helped Nathan realize his vision. So few people get that chance.
You brainwashed him.
I became a sort of father figure for Nathan. It happens often in teacher-student relationships. It was kind of touching for a while.
Did you tell him everything about your plans at Blackwell?
Don't be stupid, Max. I told him what he needed to hear. In return, I had access to the Prescott fortune. Who do you think paid for this glorious darkroom and equipment? How else could I get all these hip new drugs for my subjects?
Rachel Amber was your victim, not your subject.
Oh. Rachel Amber. That's the real tragedy. Nathan thought he could be an artist like me. Instead, the dumbass gave her an overdose.
Why Rachel?
I don't have time to tell you everything. But she was special. A human chameleon, so many visual possibilities. We had a real connection.
Did she let you take pictures of her?
Rachel was in love with me. That's not my ego. Just look at our sessions. Not that I'll let you. Nobody loved having their picture taken more. Anyway, Rachel is dead. But no tears. Los Angeles would have killed her anyway, so look at this as a favor.
You're evil.
Oh, I see. You and your friends almost beat Nathan to death. See, we're not so different.
Yes, we are. I cared more about Nathan than you did.
No, you didn't. It's just too bad that he fell in lust with Rachel. He actually thought he could mimic what I do with the camera and subject, like father, but not like son.
Where is Nathan now?
Dead and buried. After what he did to Rachel, I knew I couldn't keep him as a protege for much longer. Now the police will never find his body. Do you finally get it now, Max? I can't compromise my vision with amateurs.
You are an amateur. Look at the trail of death you left behind. You can't blame all this on Nathan. I don't care what you do to me. You're gonna die, motherfucker. For Chloe and Rachel and everybody else.
I do love your spirit, Max, but you brought yourself here. By your own choice. Anyway, I like my models to be seen and not heard. So I have to make sure there's nothing left behind of you. Okay. Now, let's see how these shots came out. I can see why your instant camera is so appealing. You don't need a computer to print your work out.
Alone with a heart, a battered old heart.
I have all those photos in my diary. This could be a way out.
Now this one.
Let's go back, try and get our diary.
Is so appealing. You don't need a computer to print your work out.
Alone.
Okay.
Wait! Please, Mr. Jefferson.
Max, I would love to talk shop, but I really need to go over these pictures. Especially while they're fresh in my mind. I think our session was a career high for me.
You still have my diary.
Don't worry. Nobody's going to read it. Thanks for reminding me. There's nothing more innocent than a teenager's diary. Oh, look at your selfies. What a waste of talent. Look at that shot, Max. You can do so much better.
Thank you, Jefferson.
Alone with a heart, a battered old heart.
Done.
And frankly, it's bullshit. Shh. Keep that to yourself.
I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb
I'm
word
back.
for a wonderful photographic tradition.
Right back where I started this insane week. And nobody is going to hurt Chloe ever again.
Portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
The Daguerrean process.
Oh, well, that was easy, Max.
Was it? Okay.
Well, okay then. So, the Daguerrean process made portraiture hugely popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear, defined features. You can learn more when you actually finish reading the assigned chapters. Obviously, Max has read them. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes
Time to change time.
The winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art
First,
world.
let's make it real easy to capture Mark Jefferson.
And Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Bastard. I have to warn David about Jefferson and the dark room.
Even if you're
All I need is David's number, and Jefferson is one text closer to life without parole.
Let's search the bag.
I should be able to track down David's number from the school pamphlet. Found you.
Jefferson, and here it is. 555-630-8243.
For once, David, I'm praying you'll overreact to this as much as everything else. And take Jefferson down fast. You wanted me to enter the contest, asshole.
Delete the evidences.
So maybe I'll be going to San Francisco. And Jefferson, you'll be going to prison. The past within the past. Am I pushing myself too hard? It doesn't matter what happens to me. I have to say hi, Kate.
Oh, hey, Max.
Kate, listen to me.
I am.
Always remember that you're not alone. I've got your back no matter what happens. So do a lot of other people. We all care. We're all here for you. You need to know that.
Max, that makes me feel so blessed for the first time this week. I don't know what to say.
That's okay. Neither do I. Maybe we could both use a hug.
Thanks. You always know the right thing to do.
Mr. Jefferson? We need to talk.
Can you see I'm talking to Mr. Jefferson now?
Yes, I see. But maybe you shouldn't.
And why not?
Hold on, Victoria. Are you okay, Max?
I will be when Victoria understands that hiding behind a screen, posting videos of people is incredibly cruel and unfair. You're smart enough to know how easy it is to hurt somebody, to destroy their life. I just want you to think about how much it would hurt if somebody did that to you. You can always make the right choice, Victoria. I know you've got a good heart. I've seen it.
Listen, I didn't...
You don't have to explain. There's no reason for you to be so insecure that you can't be happy with your own talent. Wouldn't it be better to lift people up than to bring them down? You could inspire people.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about now. Do I, Mr. Jefferson?
I think I should stay out of this one, Victoria.
Then I guess I'm done talking.
And that's okay too.
Damn.
That was kind of random, Max. What did you mean?
Here's my photograph for the Everyday Heroes contest.
Oh, that was easy.
No. It wasn't easy at all.
Well, I can't prejudge yet, but I'm very happy you decided to enter. That means a lot to me. And Blackwell. The first step for any artist is to put themselves out there in the world without fear. To be innocent.
Or guilty.
Well, thanks for the photo, and maybe both of us will be jet-setting to San Francisco this Friday.
Or maybe only one of us will be going.
Don't be so modest, Max. Anything can happen in a week.
As you're going to find out, Mr. Jefferson.
Interesting. That didn't change. These haven't changed either. But the officer searched the dark room. Jefferson is going to prison. Nathan is going to prison. San Francisco. Is she leaving Blackwell? Yep, I think so.
Whoa!
Where are we? In a plane? Are we going to San Fran?
Okay. You're okay, Max. You're safe. On a plane. I hope I did everything right this time.
Local teacher arrested.
Good work, David. Chloe. Oh, you're alive. Oh, you're alive. I did it. I fixed everything. Wowzer.
Look through the window.
It's so weird to be in between realities. Everything is out of focus and in the distance.
Wait, Landon Frisco. Nobody calls it Frisco, so please don't.
Aw, I haven't seen Hot Dog Man in forever. Chloe and I used to totally play the video game and watch him all the time. When we were innocent. The beginning of the end for Jefferson and the Prescotts.
Two Moon Diner. Amid all the environmental chaos in Arcadia Bay, such as the unseasonal snowfall and beach whales, some residents reported seeing two full moons last night around 8 p.m. Witnesses claimed that double moons were clear in the night sky until clouds covered them up shortly after they appeared. No cell phone or video footage was surfaced yet, which has led local meteorologists to believe that imaginations are in overdrive due to the recent eco-havoc. Blackwell Security uncovers bunker and scandal. Acting on a series of tips from David Manson, head of security at Blackwell Academy, police officers descended Tuesday on a bizarre underground chamber allegedly used by teacher Mark Jefferson and student Nathan Prescott to drug, kidnap, and photograph young women. Although there were no other signs of physical or sexual assault on the victims, the disturbing revelations have sent shockwaves through the tranquil city of Arcadia Bay. Even Sean Prescott, the most powerful businessman in the area, is under investigation for this role as owner of the farmhouse where the high-tech darkroom studio was located.
Excuse me, sir. Your phone has to be shut off before we begin.
We're almost in San Francisco. I'm so stressed, but I'm so excited too.
Please shut off your phone, sir.
I have to admit, I love being called an artist.
The Zeitgeist Gallery presents Everyday Heroes display and artist reception.
Please fasten your seat and stow any electronic gear until the plane is on the ground and at the gate. Thank you. We're starting our descent in a few minutes. It's a beautiful day in San Francisco with clear skies and cool 60 degrees. We hope you enjoyed your trip, and we thank you very much for choosing Pacific West Air. Come fly with us anytime.
I don't think so. I'm hoping these airline seats get smaller so I won't have to fly at all anymore.
I bet this is a nice break for Principal Wells. How did you sleep?
Hope I wasn't snoring out loud, Max.
Just a bit.
It's been a tough week at Blackwell. So I hope you'll forgive me. Between Mr. Jefferson and Prescott's, things have been hectic, to say the least.
I totally get it, Principal Wells.
That's a smart way of telling me to stop whining. We are proud of you for representing Blackwell at the Everyday Heroes contest. I know I'm not exactly the guide you wanted in San Francisco, but we all want you to have a great experience here.
I already am, and we're not even there. Oh, Christ. Another nosebleed? Max, you're not just screwing around with time.
You're screwing with you. And we arrived. Zeitgeist Gallery.
San Francisco is so cool. And this gallery is huge.
So is the buffet. If an event skimps on the food, you know it's a bad event.
As long as I don't have to eat any caviar.
This is your day, Max. You can do whatever you want. I hope you take advantage of your status and talk to as many influential people here as possible. Work the room.
I don't know. I feel so weird, like I'm a little kid hanging with the adults.
Max, after this week, you are certainly not a little kid anymore. In fact, you're a noteworthy adult being honored by your peers. Now you have to start acting like the photographer you want to be. Hell, I wanted to be in charge of a big school someday. So I started taking charge of things when I was young. Ask my poor classmates. Max, I'm gonna eat up that caviar so you don't have to. Better get in there and start schmoozing. You know, I won't always be here to take charge. But you come talk to me whenever you want.
Come on, Max. After everything that's happened, this should be the least scary thing you've ever done.
Let me... Whoa. Whoa. Maxine, we are so proud of... We are so proud. Thank you. You know we always believed in you and your photos. Of course you did. That's why I'm at Blackwell. And Warren... Do I have to make an appointment to see you now? Oh, please. But yes, you do. It's so cool that you won. Thanks, Warren. It feels weird.
Bowser, Max.
No! Go back. Kate. Thank you. I'm scared, but I want to make sure both of them are put away and never hurt anybody again. Max, I heard that you won the contest and it made me so happy. Your photos are so real and wonderful. It gives me hope that you're going to be discovered now. Thank you, Kate. You give me hope by being my friend. Don't be so humble. Take a bow. I expect a full report over high tea soon. That is a date. That sure is. Max, snap. I'm working on a new cheer for you. Then, that is so awesome, I'm blushing. That's because you're on fire, girl. Max, I know Mom is melting your phone. I understand why. Tell her not to worry. You're an adult now. You can tell her. I will. Soon. Yo, Max, check this shit out. I had a little talk with Step Hero tonight. I'm all eyes. What, Step Hero? Since he busted Jefferson, he is a totally different person. He has been very cool and apologized for his behavior. That's so sweet, Chloe. Now you're a family again. Whoa, down, sister. I did not cry in his arms, but he helped find Rachel and punish her killers. David obviously hella cares about my mom, and probably me. Yes, I am hella bored with nothing to do. What you doing, hippie? Some of us hippies have homework. No shit, Sherlock. And I already did my paperwork for Bay City College. I'm proud of you. I hope so. Chloe, I won the Everyday's Hero contest. Sorry. Holy shit, you rule, Max. I'm so proud of my superstar. This is just the start of your career. I'm just glad I can share it with you. Damn right, plus Max, you deserve to win. No emoji. Wait, this used to be the other way around. Let me drink a bit. So, October 10. Let's never do the time wrap again. I can't even begin to explain what happened. If I think too hard about the ramifications, my brain might melt. When I try to describe it, it's as if I'm describing something that happened to someone else. Chloe was so upset when we discovered that Rachel had actually been involved with Frank Powers, and she just blew up. I can never talk to her when she's like this, and I just get so tired of having to talk on eggshells around her emotions. She still blames William for her messed up life. No matter how much she knows she's being unfair. I can't say that I wouldn't be just as messed up. Not that I'm not in my own way. In my room, all I could think was I wish I could go back in time and help Chloe. And suddenly I was looking at the photograph William had taken of us on the day he died, and it started pulsing like it was 3D, like I could see inside of the photograph. Then I found myself actually back in the photo to when I was 13 years old. I was back in Chloe's kitchen in the year 2008. With Chloe and William right before he left to pick up Joyce for the last time. Since my power somehow morphed to this new level of rewind, I decided that there was no way I was going to let William die again. So I played hide the keys until he had no other option but to take the bus. I was so happy I actually saved William. I never thought about what could go wrong. I knew I was screwed when I came out of my epic rewind and saw Victoria chase, but now she was my friend, and I was a member of the Vortex Club. Enough said. I knew I had screwed up, and then I felt sick thinking about what I might have changed with Chloe. I had a clue when I saw David Manson driving the school bus. He sure didn't look so threatening anymore. I did not want to know how he ended up as a bus driver instead of with Joyce. I felt my heart drop when I rushed to Chloe's house, so when William opened the door, I prepared myself for the worst. That's when Chloe rolled forward in her wheelchair, paralyzed from the neck down. I didn't even know what to say, so I covered my mouth in a typical gesture of shock and stupid, but Chloe's smile was so genuine and beautiful, I almost cried. I had to adjust to everything without freaking out or telling Chloe that I actually altered time and space to save her father, but get her in a car accident so she can never walk again. The thing is, she was still Chloe, just minus all the rage. This Chloe was just grateful to be alive and have her family watching over her. Chloe begged me to spend the night, and of course I did. I noticed how run down parts of their home were compared to before. I saw the incredible expensive equipment that Chloe now requires, including her new garage room. Sorry, David. Even though I felt awful and disconnected, Chloe was just so bubbly and excited to hang out with me again, especially since I flagged on her pretty hardcore after her accident. Even in an alternate universe, I'm a shitty friend. Chloe's world was so new and unique to me, especially her strength and kindness. And pain. She needed a whole pharmacy to get through the day. I didn't feel sorry for her, I felt in awe with her attitude. This Chloe didn't blame anybody for her condition, even though she had the right. We strolled down the beach and saw the beached whales that proved something bad was happening in both realities. And then Chloe asked me to put her to sleep. The accident left her body pretty much broken. Her lungs stopped working properly and she was basically dying a slow, painful death. She also felt so guilty about her parents' sacrifice and dwindling income. She wasn't erratic or tortured about this request, just practical, which made me feel even more terrible for putting her in this situation. But there was no way I was going to help my best friend take her own life. I couldn't do it, especially after what happened with Kate. I know I should have done whatever Chloe asked of me, considering I was responsible for her situation, but now could I inject her full of morphine and just watch her fade away? I know she was upset, but I just had to tell myself that this reality wasn't real. After my visit to Chloe's new world, I knew it was time to go Max to the future. I had seen the result of my temporal tampering, and I got scared thinking my new power wouldn't even work anymore. That would have been cruel karma. Fortunately, I was able to project myself into the photograph once again, and I undid everything I had done. Goodbye, William. Again. Hello, David. Again. I've never been so glad to see Chloe in my life. The second I saw her blue hair and that beautiful, pissed off face, I wanted to kiss her again. And I couldn't even tell her where I had been or why. Sorry, guys. It would be one more thing to alienate Chloe from me. In the world, I had to get refocused on our search for Rachel. Chloe had been busy with her detective work while I was in my alternate timeline. Of course, it was much easier for me to explore David's garage since Joyce booted his ass out. That made Chloe more content than I've just about seen her since I've returned. I still feel kinda bad for David, but he overstepped his authority. The mist, and it's so much easier to grab David's X-Files when he's not there. After we gathered our new info like Halloween traits, I loved watching Chloe go into Sherlock mode while we examined all of our clues on our big old drawing board. Of course, we all know that she's more of a Dr. Watson, right? Elementary. Honestly, with all of the impending doom and sadness, I felt so happy just to find myself back in action with my best friend and her butterfly blue hair. Hell yes. But first things first, I really had to go and see Kate. I've never visited anybody in the hospital before, much less anybody who's tried to commit suicide, so I was happy Chloe wanted to come along for support. The antiseptic smell and the endless white halls always kind of weird me out, or maybe I'm just projecting my own fear of mortality. When I saw Kate in her room, surrounded by cards, flowers, and balloons, all I could think of was when I saw her the last time on the roof. Her face was so sad and sincere and helpless then. But now she had more life in her than I'd seen in a long time. I had no idea what to say to somebody in a situation like this. How are you? After you almost jumped off a roof? But Kate's gentle spirit made it easy. I was overjoyed to see that she was drawing again and making plans for the future, including plans to get justice for what Nathan Prescott has done to her. Or what I call revenge. So after getting the inside info and assist from the other members of our team, Chloe and I made our way to the boys' dorm, aka Nathan's lair. Chloe stood guard out in the hall and settled my way into Nathan's room. And even though I've become a master spy and detective, I still get surprised by things I see or find, like Nathan's sleek expressionist bro cave. It was like walking from light to shadow in a single step, I swear. I could feel the temperature drop the second I walked in, but then Nathan knows photography and he knows you have to keep the film and equipment chilled. I store my instant film hoard in Mr. Jefferson's classroom. Speaking of cold stuff, Nathan's room was layered in creepy shit, the disturbing but impressive photos, all the evidence from his father's bullying, and probably the most important clue we could ever find, Nathan's phone, like loaded with messages and mysterious. It's not a good thing that I've internalized spying and stealing so casually over the past week. Everyday hero, am I right? And that's when Nathan Prescott showed up. He looked so wild-eyed and out of control that I felt a twinge of sympathy that he clearly needed help. But then I remembered he was also an asshole and had been extremely dangerous to me, Chloe, and Kate. So before I had to rewind, Warren entered the scene, and my white knight headbutted Nathan in perfect payback. I couldn't believe it, neither could Nathan. In fact, Warren literally did go wave all over Nathan's face. It wasn't cool, but my nerves were so frayed from the week, and I was so over all Blackwell bullies that I didn't try to stop Warren from beating Nathan into submission. Warren had his own issues to work out on Nathan. After that dorm brawl, Chloe and I headed to the headed to the beach to deal with Frank and see if we could get him to join us. I had to be careful and not get him all tweaked out. He was pretty pissed that someone had gotten into his RV and borrowed his account book, but once he saw that we didn't care about drugs or money, only Rachel, he mellowed out. All I could think was, I'm trying to get a drug dealer to help me find a missing girl. Incredibly, Frank actually agreed to help. He knows how naive and clueless we are. So I hope that our sincerity swayed him. I'm still unsure about him, and I can't be so naive not to keep my rewind card up. I don't know much about him except that he sells drugs, has a weak temper, and that he loved Rachel even more than his beans. So we get to add another member to our team. Booyah! My life feels so surreal. At this point, I don't know how to react anymore. I can rewind time and space, but is it again? Sorry guys. I can rewind time and space, but it is aging me before my own time and space. Am I learning things I shouldn't, messing up too much shit, including my own history? Obviously, my nosebleeds and dizzy spells are a bad sign that I'm overusing my powers, but it's become almost part of my nature, or maybe a habit. Power corrupts? Not yet, I hope. I remember this famous episode of the original Star Trek, where Kirk has to go back in the time and let the person he loves die, so the Nazis won't win the war. What kind of fucked up choice is that? What would have happened if I had not been in the school bathroom to save Chloe that day? But damn it, I was there, And thus I was supposed to be there. Destiny. And the fact that we were able to convince Frank to actually help us gives the most hope I've had in a while. Yes, Chloe and I were stupid to comfort Frank like that, considering how he reacted before, but I don't see how anyone could say he didn't really love Rachel Amber. He shouldn't have pulled a knife on Chloe, though I don't like that he sells all these dangerous meds to teenagers, especially Nathan. He needs psychiatric supervision, not just bags of pills. At least he won't be going to Frank again. Come on. No, right, last girl. I still don't know why Chloe or even Rachel would want to hang out with Frank, but I can't suss that out anymore. Maybe if I hadn't left town, I'd be less judgmental. But now we have Nathan's phone, David's coordinates, Frank's account book, and the big board of clues, which brings us closer to finding Rachel Amber. Finally, so maybe the tide is finally turning, or time is finally turning. This is a moment where all the clues come together and we finally have a location outside of town that may lead us straight to Rachel Amber and beyond. After everything that happened with Frank, I had to convince Chloe to keep going forward with me, since I do feel we are at the end of the road. Hopefully not the end of the world, but whatever anger Chloe has inside her that makes her so self-destructive is matched by her balls and bravery. Yes, Chloe has gotten me nearly killed, but I know she would die for me, and I can't forget I put her in a wheelchair to slowly die in another reality. And Chloe is more focused now than before. I told her we have to keep moving forward no matter what, and I couldn't find Rachel on my own. That was enough. Now it's time to shine a light into the dark room. Chloe and I loaded up our coordinates and hit the road. We were both quiet yet excited. It's hard to explain the feeling. Even with all the horrible things happening, I found myself thinking that Chloe and I were part of some greater mystery that involved time, space, and all our fates. I've never had much faith, not the Kate Marsh kind anyway. But I couldn't believe we were being set up for doom after everything that's happening this week. But I wasn't prepared for the dark room. The coordinates led us to an old abandoned farm owned by the Prescott family, and I shouldn't have been surprised that it was actually housing a weird secure bunker that was filled with Prescott memorabilia and worse. If there was evil ground zero, this place was a cupboard, was it? Cupboards filled with named red binders that confirmed our worst nightmares. Not that I even had any clue that our amateur detective work would lead us to this kind of professional hell. When I saw the binder marked Victoria, my heart started pounding like a jackhammer. When I had a real clue about what was coming. I don't even want to think about the images we saw of Kate Marsh posed unconscious with that motherfucker, Nathan Prescott. She did know the truth about what happened to her, even if she couldn't remember all of the awful details. And then Rachel Amber delicately composed photographs of her drugged and all over Nathan, like some kind of sick goth couple. I couldn't bear to look at Chloe's face as she looked at the photos of her abused angel. I felt nauseated. All the hope I was feeling, Chloe felt like vapor. And then we saw exactly where Nathan had taken his vicious layout with poor Rachel in the junkyard. We finally found Rachel Amber dead and buried. I'm sorry, Rachel, I'm sorry, Chloe, I'm sorry, Katie, I'm sorry, William. Fuck you, Arcadia Bay. High school should be the best years of your life. I've heard over and over from my parents and other experts. Fuck do they know. tell that to Rachel, Amber, or Kate. I've never seen Chloe so cold and hard. She won't let go of the gun. So, we have to find Nathan before Chloe kills him. And if that happens, it will be hard to rewind. But we're as close to the end of this nightmare as possible, so I have to block out those images of Kate Marsh and Rachel Amber that will be burned into my retains forever. There's still a final secret to uncover, and nothing is going to stop us now, not even a goddamn tornado. Chloe and I pulled up to Blackwell's parking lot and arrived at the end of the world party. Oh, the irony. We had to get rid of poor Warren fast, who wanted to bask in his alpha glory and hang out with Chloe and me. I can't put another one of my friends in danger. So bizarre to see all the students dressed up in expensive outfits or pre-Halloween costumes, talking and laughing and smoking and drinking, as if there wasn't a serial killer going to the same party, or the town wasn't in eco danger. As if to remind me of Arcadia Bay's ticking doomsday clock, I actually saw 2 moons in the sky over the horizon. Or that's what it looked like briefly before the clouds rolled over. I squinted and actually rubbed my eyes like a dork just to make sure my iris wasn't foggy. Was this another sign of environmental illusion? Other people saw it too, except Chloe didn't see anything besides vengeance. So she went into the gym looking for Nathan before I could catch up. Nathan doesn't know that he's running out of time too. No irony intended. We are. My first and last Vortex party, flashing lights and DJ Doom, no comment, spinning. In an alternate reality, I might have been at this party, standing in the corner, shy and nervous, waiting for somebody to ask me to dance, but being terrified if that happened, and that would have been the limits of my problems. Now look at me, but I had to find Chloe first, then Nathan, before she shot him. No matter how evil I thought Victoria was, she was actually just a terrible, insecure person with talent, passion, and a tendency to be a cruel dick for no good reason. I have to see beyond our pretty mean girl drama and assume she has a role to play in all of this too. So we talked like human beings, and I warned her without specifics about Nathan. She believed me, and it felt so warm to make a connection with my previous enemy. A silver of light in all this darkness. Let there be more. October 11, I guess. I watched Chloe die again, killed by my favorite teacher. Why? Because we are stupid and let Jefferson trick us with a phony text. So we ended up at the junkyard and fell right into his trap. We should have called the police the second we found Rachel, but I had gone along too far with Chloe. I keep thinking I'm invincible, that I'm a real everyday superhero, but no, I'm just Max Caulfield. Maybe all my powers are an accident of fate, or am I being punished like Chloe? What have we done to deserve all of this pain? What did Rachel do, Kate, William? Then there's Mark Jefferson. I can't ever call him Mr. again. I'm still shocked that he turned out to be the one hiding behind the dark room. But if I think back on those pieces of time Jefferson has been dropping hints all along, it makes me sick to think how long he's been doing this for, and to whom. The needle, I can still feel that needle on my skin. Thank God I can't remember Jefferson posing me for the most of his sick session. Imagine all those other people who had suffered through that horror, like Rachel and Kate, that made me determined to get out of that room, at least to stop him and save Chloe. I had to use my focus rewind on multiple photos, so often that I even got confused. Worse still, I knew I was screwing around with various realities again, but I had no other choice. Chloe would not die in a junkyard next to Rachel Amber, and there was no funky way I was going to let Jefferson be the last person I ever saw. It's hard to even imagine myself in that studio alone with Jefferson acting like that. Everything was so neat and sterile, but it felt like the filthiest place on earth. If I didn't have this ability to bend time, what would have I done? What could I have done? Sometimes I felt removed, like I was looking at myself going through this hell. But thanks to Jefferson's class photo, he personally helped me to escape. I also feel so terrible that Victoria had to end up in there with me just because I warned her about Nathan. I should have known that she would rush to Jefferson protection. Instead, he kidnapped her and almost murdered her because of me. I'll never forget the way Jefferson looked at me, so cold and mean. I felt like I was on one of those awful true crime shows my mom being watches. How does somebody become evil? He actually shot Chloe in the head, just like that motherfucker. Now I feel terrible that I blame David for harassing Kate, especially since he was after Jefferson all along. We could have been working together if David wasn't so paranoid. I can't believe I was able to focus and rewind into my selfie all the way back to the arts class on Monday. I turned in my photo to the contents after I sent a text to David warning him about Jefferson. Woo! The only reason I haven't had a total meltdown is the fact that I do have this incredible power. I have to use it right for once and maybe never again. It was weird to be in class with Jefferson, like I wasn't just tortured by him in an underground bunker. I saw him for the first time as he is a creepy, manipulative psychopath filled with bullshit. He uses art and passion to seduce people, but behind that there's nothing but hate and perversion. I only pray that I can fix this timeline, not fuck it up. Max to the future, it feels like I finally made things right. Chloe is alive, David Madison became a real everyday hero by busting Jefferson and his dark room along with Nathan and his father. The Prescotts have lost control of Arcadia Bay. Now I'm the official everyday hero on my way to San Francisco with Principal Wells, who is a lot more funny and laid back when he's not stressing about Blackwell Academy. It's hard for me to totally relax, but all those pieces of time seem to be falling into place. 15 entries. Done.
You did it. Somehow. I went from the dark room to this gallery. I've been through so many realities in 1 week. Life is weird.
No, life is strange.
I need to drop some serious cash in there.
Patrons and donations give the gift of art. Donations. I'm not going to read. I'm exhausted.
I wish I had time to go see those murals here. The Zeitgeist Gallery does have a cool history in Frisco. I mean, San Francisco.
Why, good morning. You must be Max Caulfield. Congratulations for your Everyday Heroes photo. The exhibition is quite impressive, especially with your entry.
There I am,
along with all the other winners.
Whoa.
I
Cool.
should say artists instead.
That's cool. And
It's great to read all these comments, even the mean ones.
so inspiring. Not as good as last year's show. Totally makes me want to start taking photos. The future of photography starts here. These heroes choose the path of least regret. A great example of total surveillance. Their 15 minutes are almost up. Thanks. This is so nice. Inspiring stuff.
That one is kind of silly.
The abstract stuff.
I would love to have this on a shelf. Someday. But imagine how much time it takes to make one sculpture.
Aren't you from Blackwell Academy? I wanted to go there, but I didn't get in. They have such a cool program. I bet you're learning a lot.
Yay, and they arrested the teacher. No big deal. No biggie.
Look at this print. The depth of field, the colors. Look at the bokeh shape. This was definitely shot with a medium format camera using a Leica 35mm lens. You can definitely find out those details. The story of a photo if you know how to look at all the details of a picture.
Oh, this is so interesting, Matthew. I didn't think you knew about all this.
When I was younger, I did a lot of photography studies. Didn't I tell you about it, Emma? I was quite good at it, actually, but I decided to drop photography to do a real paying job. Anyway, it is interesting.
Champagne makes me think of me and Chloe getting busted with that wine.
I know it's kind of simple, but...
So, how are you handling your new fame as a photographer?
I don't feel like a famous photographer yet.
Every journey starts with the first step. I'm only a Blackwell bureaucrat, not an artist. But you've made us proud with the great response to your work so far.
I don't know. I'm just lucky. There's no way I'm a real photographer yet.
Don't sell yourself short, Max.
Maybe I feel guilty for celebrating.
Leave that to me. I should have been more proactive about Kate Marsh and her awful situation. She's strong, and I'm glad she made it out of that hell. I should have put my foot down with Nathan Prescott. Or put my foot in his ass.
Mark Jefferson was good about hiding his tracks. We were all fooled by him.
Most of all, me. As you might know, I have a weakness for prestige. And Jefferson had such a great reputation. Nobody expected him to be so disturbed. I couldn't believe the police found those sick photos in his dark room. Oh, those poor girls.
At least he's in jail along with Nathan for kidnapping and murder.
And Sean Prescott is now under serious investigation for all his years of corruption. Money and power can only protect you for so long at Arcadia Bay. The irony is that for once, Sean Prescott actually had no clue what was going on with Jefferson. And he even brought him to Blackwell.
Now if we can just figure out what's going on with the weather, maybe everything will be like it was before.
Environmental science is above my pay grade, Max. But it sure would be nice to get back to Blackwell Academy the way it was before.
I'm hoping this is a fresh start, Principal Wells.
Like I said before, you're an adult now, Max. You can call me Ray. Oh, at least for this event. Now, if you'll excuse me, I hear the buffet calling me again.
Lol. Speak to the men? Excuse me.
Oh, hey, you're the one who entered the self-portrait. Or actually, do you call it a selfie?
Anyway, I was very impressed about how you subverted it to make all of your photo subjects the focus. Oh, very smart. How do these galleries afford to rent here?
How the heck do I know?
I wonder if I can buy these. Sorry, I don't know your name, but I saw your picture in the gallery brochure, and I just wanted to let you know how cool your entry was.
God, I love art. You must be the everyday hero from Blackwell. My name is Lauren Francis, and I run the media department at Detroit School of Visual Arts. I'd love to talk about you being a residency next spring. Don't say anything to Principal Wells yet.
This makes me feel so sad. Like I was back in high school. Usually these kind of contests, they put me to sleep, but I like how this show is about specific actions, you know, not just abstractions. The Zeitgeist is doing some unique stuff this year.
I always get so inspired whenever I come. Hey, I love your shot. I just wanted to say congratulations, and I hope you get a lot more attention.
I guess everybody is a photographer now.
Well, I have to say, this is the best everyday hero show I've seen since it began. All the pictures say a lot about our times. Bravo.
Hey, don't run away.
Excuse me, I just wanted to tell you how much I loved your photograph. I've seen a lot today, but there's something powerful and understated in yours. I can't wait to see much more of your work in the future.
Hey, and there she is to save the day.
Hi. You did it, Max. You're a real artist. At least for today.
What's happening? The vision.
Chloe!
Hey, are you okay? We lost you there for a second.
Your notes.
I'm okay. Jet lag. High altitude.
What the heck?
You left the ringer off, idiot. Oh, come on. Please answer.
Max, holy shit, man, your vision. It's true. You saw the tornado. It's coming.
What? Oh no. Chloe, where are you?
I'm so fucking scared. I'm by the beach.
Chloe! Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Oh shit.
Oh my god. The tornado was real. Oh, I didn't fix shit. Chloe will die. Arcadia Bay is gonna be destroyed. There has to be a way to stop this. For good.
The photo.
Bad exposure, bad framing, bad picture.
And the photo was taken.
Oh, my head. What is going on now? It feels like reality is breaking apart. What am I doing to time? I just have to make one simple change, so I won't end up in San Francisco. Simple. Sorry, San Francisco. Chloe comes first. Fuck. God, no. I'm back here again? I thought I fixed everything.
What did you say, Max?
What? Jefferson should be in jail, not here.
Jesus. It's like you're back in my class. You're still spacing out. It might be cool if you took one of your patented selfies now. The transformation between the old Max and the new Max. Anyway, answer my question, please.
Eat shit and die.
Good answer. Good answer. Hey, your nose is bleeding. Probably gave you too big a dose. Sorry about that, Max. But considering you're about to die, a nosebleed is a first world problem. Oh. I had to let Victoria Chase go.
You let her?
Don't be stupid, okay? She's exactly where she deserves to be.
No.
Oh, as if you care. Your iris, that dilation like a shutter. The pictures you're taking of me now. Too bad you pissed away your gift. You could have won the contest, but you destroyed your own beautiful photograph. What a waste. Sorry, I burned all your stuff. I got a little carried away.
Fuck. No. He burned my diary.
Always.
That's why I'm still here.
Especially since you've developed from nerd to hero within a week. There's something weird going on with you.
The tornado?
Whoa. Did you see how crazy it is outside? Like I said, something weird. There's that fear. Oh, Max, it's an honor working with you on these final sessions. I hope these images will be appreciated for what they truly capture. The loss of youth. At least, that's the last lecture you'll ever have to hear from me. And I promise you, no more nosebleeds.
Mr. Jefferson, please, don't do this. You don't know what's happening.
Shh, 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 shh. Quiet. Quiet, Max.
Please, don't do this.
I promise, this final dose won't hurt. What?
Okay.
No, David, no!
But I promise you, No more nosebleed.
Wait, hold on. Can I please ask you for one last request?
Oh, you got me, Max. How can I deny that face?
Could you please at least play some music so I can drift away?
Even at the end, you're still a dreamer, Max. It's a nice treat.
Bit of cool jazz.
It's all a little bit hazy, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stay screwy instead, and I'm a little bit cuckoo gaga.
Hold it!
What?
Okay, so this haven't worked.
Promise you.
Water.
Excuse me, but my throat is scratchy. Can I please have some water?
Of course. I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
That's not exactly true, and we know that.
I promise. This final dose won't hurt. What?
David, watch out!
How? How did you know that?
No gun. No balls.
Jefferson, it's over. You are not going to stop me.
David Madsen. Of course. Well, this is what you get for playing.
It's over. You are not
David,
going to stop
hit that
me.
table!
Yes, sir.
Dave?
Nope.
It's over. You are not going to stop me.
Okay, how am I bad at
It's
this?
over.
Use
Grab
it.
that bottle!
You are not going to stop me.
Ooh, damn.
Oh, Lord, Max. Are you okay? Are you all right? Can you move?
Yes. Thank you, David. Thank you.
Don't thank me. You brought me here. Let's wrap up this son of a bitch first. He won't be going anywhere when he wakes up. Except you are going to prison forever. Or worse.
Mr. Jefferson, now it's your turn to be captured in a moment. Save Chloe. He burned everything, including all of my photos. Warren! Yes! I can use that picture he took of us. Shit! No signal. Thanks, Mr. Jefferson. But you won't need this anymore.
No.
David? Are you okay?
Look at this place. It feels like hell.
Jefferson was going to kill me. Like he did to Victoria Chase.
Oh, no.
I always suspected that son of a bitch.
I never did. Until too late.
You shouldn't have to suspect your teacher.
He wasn't a real teacher. He just wanted to lecture. It was part of his sick plans.
I guess I looked just as suspicious when you told Principal Wells that I was harassing Kate Marsh. And I don't blame you. And Max, I treated Kate like shit. I know she's a good person, but I'm not. I hope I get to tell her that soon.
Me too. I think that would make her very happy.
I knew Nathan Prescott was a threat. I just waited too long to neutralize him.
Jefferson already did. They had some weird father-son thing going on. But Nathan killed Rachel, and Jefferson had to use him as a scapegoat.
That pervert was pulling all this shit right under my nose, too. I could have stopped him and Nathan if only I wasn't so stupid.
No. I told Principal Wells Nathan had a gun and almost used it. But he didn't want to believe me. I should have been more loud.
We all make decisions we regret. But I have to admit, I'm impressed by you. And Chloe. And your investigation. I had all the high-tech toys, well, you had each other.
Maybe she learned from you.
I think she only learned how to hate my guts.
You both had a tough start. And I know it wasn't easy.
I'm not gonna make any excuses for my behavior. I tried to be a good soldier, but I wasn't so great. I tried to be a good father, too, but when Joyce kicked me out, I had nothing.
I'm so sorry about that. I didn't want that to happen.
I should never have set up those surveillance cams. Or kept all those files.
I'm going to tell Joyce I was wrong about you. She does love you. It's pretty obvious.
I try not to use my service as an excuse, but it's hard to come home after war. Most people don't know or care what it's like. Except Joyce. She gave me hope. A new life.
And you saved mine. Chloe, she would be proud of you.
I just want to see her safe with her mother. I promised Joyce I would go see a family counselor. And I'll start by apologizing to Chloe. I don't expect her to call me Dad, but maybe she'll stop calling me step-douche. So, where is Chloe?
David, Chloe is dead.
This isn't happening. You can't. No, God. Not Chloe. Max, are you sure? Are you?
Yes, I saw her. I saw Jefferson kill her in the junkyard last night.
Last night? When I was feeling sorry for myself in my hotel room? I promised Joyce that I would protect her and Chloe. How can I face her and explain this? I never even told Chloe that I... God damn it!
You killed my wife's child, you sick fucker! And you took away my stepdaughter?
David, wait!
Max, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that.
mess. What have I done? All that time I wasted with surveillance. Chloe, I'm sorry. Joyce, I failed you. My family.
You didn't fail. You did your best.
Max, you better get outside. You've seen enough of this room.
David, thank you for saving me.
You killed my Chloe.
Jesus. Freedom. Holy shit. This storm is real. I need to find Warren. Yes! Warren, can you hear me? Never mind. Listen, do you have that photo you took last night in the parking lot?
Yeah, but why? It wasn't that great a shot.
Yes, it is, and I want it. Where are you?
I'm at the Two Whales Diner. Pretty much trapped in here with Joyce thinks this Armageddon weather. I'm expecting the ocean to turn red.
I'm on my way.
Come on, that's crazy. You can barely walk on the sidewalk outside. Seriously, Max, stay wherever you are. I don't think the storm is getting smaller. I'm kinda scared.
That's okay. Me too. But it's not over yet, Warren. So hold on.
Let's go and save Chloe once again. This can still like this.
I told you, I trust Limbo have been warning you people for years that our culture of sin and entitlement would lead to God striking us down. And I'm the one trapped in this fucking radio station. Somebody get me the hell out of here now! Now, goddammit, how do I pay all those taxes?
You have one new message. Message received yesterday at 9 p.m.
Max, it's Nathan. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt Kate or Rachel or I didn't want to hurt anybody. Everybody used me. Mr. Jefferson is coming for me now. All this shit will be over soon. Watch out, Max. He wants to hurt you next. Sorry.
But well guys, this is going to be it for part 1 of the last episode of Life is Strange.
Max, you can't leave until you see Warren and get that photo.
I can't describe any of the feelings I'm getting right now. I'm completely...
You can't leave until you see Warren and get that photo.
I'm completely messed up. It's just crazy. Chloe is dead. Rachel is dead. Jefferson is dead. Well, that's not bad. Nathan is dead. Victoria is dead. Everybody is dying. I can't... I don't have words to describe anything at this moment, so... If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to like the video, share it with all of your friends so they can enjoy it too, and don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell for new cheap foods so you don't miss any of the next videos. Bye guys!